Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're gonna have a look at the Muji Aluminium fountain pen. This pen costs 25 euros and it comes in this grey plastic box. Inside the box there are two long cartridges and the pen itself, and I think this is a very nice packaging for a pen that costs 25 euros. Anyway, let's have a look at the pen itself. As the name suggests, it's made out of aluminium. It has flat ends and a rather slim body that's wider in the middle and then tapers down towards both ends. The clip has a minimalistic rectangular shape and it's spring-loaded and it works really well. I have absolutely no complaints about the clip. The pen looks super sleek. There is practically no bump between the cap and the body. It's a press-on cap that has a nice satisfying click. However, there is one issue with the build of this pen, and that is that the edge here is really sharp. If you aren't careful when cupping the pen, it can pinch the skin of your fingers between the cap and the body. I've tried to reproduce this issue on my other push cups, and this is the only pen that has this issue at least severe enough that I've actually experienced pinching the skin. The cap has a black plastic liner inside. I don't like the feeling and sound when one aluminium piece rubs on another one, and that is thankfully prevented by the black plastic liner. The pen posts technically, but it's almost 17 centimeters long when posted, so I don't post the pen and I wouldn't say the posting is any practical feature. It also gets quite back-weighted. Looking at the steel extra fine nib here, it has the same nib unit and plastic feed as the other Muji pen. So on the right there is the Muji Polycarbonate pen, and you can see that the section on the aluminium one is quite slim. It's only 8 mm wide at the narrowest point and then tapers up to about 10 mm. Unscrewing the barrel reveals nicely machined threads and gives us access to the cartridge filling system. I've tried fitting a standard international converter in here. It will fit, however I'm not confident in it not falling out when transporting the pen. Inside the barrel there is a stainless steel insert in the aluminium body. So the stainless steel threads in the insert go towards aluminium threads on the section. This is not ideal, however I didn't have too many issues with cross-threading these, so I won't take out too many points for that. So quite a simple design overall. I don't have any complaints apart from the edge here. 140 mm long when cupped and 21 grams. It's a bit slim, but otherwise a pretty standard size. Uncapped, it weighs 13 grams and it's 125 mm long, slightly shorter than the Muji Polycarbonate or the Lamy Safari, but I think still an acceptable length. I will not do a posted comparison because I don't think it posts well enough to justify it. Let's have a look at how it writes. So the pen is the Muji Aluminium. So this is the extra fine nib and the ink is the included black cartridge. The nib has a little bit of feedback, but no scratching, quite pleasant to use. It also has no vertical and horizontal stroke variation to speak of, and when it comes to wetness, it's a little bit dry, drier than what I would normally prefer. Skipping, not a huge issue with skipping during normal writing, but you could see some skips in this area. When it comes to flex, this is quite a stiff nib. You will not get any meaningful line variation out of it. Reverse actually works quite well. It's a bit scratchy, but the ink keeps flowing and you get a nice extra fine line. The line this nib makes is about 0.4 millimeters, so it's a true extra fine nib. Let's check for hard starts separately. And there was some. So there were some in up to down direction. However, during normal writing, it's okay. Overall, the nib is quite pleasant to use. I wish it were a little bit wetter, but no major complaints. Same as I was with the polycarbonate pen. The performance is quite consistent between the two. Ergonomically, this pen is just okay for me. The section is a little bit too narrow and there is this sharp edge between the body and the section. The finish on the pen is not slippery, at least for me, so if you have smaller hands, I would say you will have no issues provided that you don't touch the edge. Overall, I'm quite happy with the pen. It's well built, I like the finish, I really like the clip and the nib performance. My little nitpicks are that you have to be careful about cupping the pen, don't put your fingers near the end of the cup, and I wished it took converters. I think I also found who actually produces these pens. I found the same pen as Muji Polycarbonate on Chinese stationery manufacturer's website. The manufacturer is called Keiko. That's consistent with the made in China on the packaging. I have a pen case made by this manufacturer and I'm quite happy with it, so I don't see anything negative about that. They mostly focus on more affordable pens. Now the big question is, which one of these two pens do I like more? What I didn't like about the polycarbonate pen is that it has a triangular grip section. However, the section on the aluminium pen is a little bit too narrow, so it's a compromise either way. And considering that the polycarbonate pen is less than half of the cost of the aluminium one, I would suggest the polycarbonate over the aluminium. But that's all for today. Thanks a lot for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!